to switch your cameras on. If you're driving, I understand. So, yep, we don't want any accidents. So, Virginia, welcome. Just unmute, say hello to everybody, where you're from, and how did you find us?
Hi, I'm in Florida, and I was on Chad's cold calling Zoom for sub 2.
Okay, welcome.
Got it there. I just started last Friday.
Oh, well, welcome. Yeah, relax. I hope you learn a lot today. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. Ness, you usually have your camera on. Welcome. Welcome, Jose. And Juan. Vale. Jeanette. It's Jeanette, isn't it? That's how you say your name. Yeah. Yeah. Are you in the Philippines or are you in America?
I'm actually in Malaysia.
You in the Philippines? Yeah.
Yeah, Philippines.
Yes. I love the Philippines. Those who've been around a long time, they know that. I've been many times. I like the fruits. So I smile the whole time when I'm there. Yeah, it's a beautiful place. All right. Okay. Well, I thought tonight we'd do some call calibrations. But before we start, has anyone got any questions from any of the work they've done today? Cody, welcome. No questions? I like questions. Hey, Cody.
Hey, brother. Hi. How you doing? I'm here.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I wondered if you were on that other call, but yeah, it's great to have you here. Thank you.
Yep. I'm finishing a little bit of cooking for the family. I'll be right back.
Okay, fantastic. That's good. That'll make me hungry. All right.
I believe QA has a call to play. So if you guys want, we can jump right into her. Virginia's here. We can listen to one of her calls as well.
Fantastic. Let's do that, Diana. Yep. Actually, Diana, before we start, I want to hear about what happened yesterday. Diana.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday was fun. Yesterday was very fun. I went to a spa. I spent the whole afternoon there. I got a massage and then went to eat and then got some desserts. It was pretty amazing. It was a good reset.
That's fantastic. You need to be pampered like that every now and again.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You don't know it was Diana's birthday, wasn't it? Huh? Well, so you're 21?
No, 25 now.
Oh, you're 25 now. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm glad you had a wonderful birthday.
Thank you, Graham. I appreciate it.
We appreciate you. You do a lot for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Graham. Thank you.
Welcome, Bagu. Yeah. I just wanted to chat with you, Bagu. Yesterday, had that call, that role play. Did you feel you got enough feedback? Because I know we got diverted quite quickly. Did you feel you got enough feedback there?
I did, and I felt that also previously Diane's feedback was super helpful. So I started putting like, I don't know if I can show you, but it's on each page just the motivation by themselves, and then timeline questions by themselves, and price line questions by themselves. And then I started actually today, Chad gave me the idea of like objection questions that come up, to start like writing them down, or as much as I can remember, write them down, and then write the objections, and then seeing what response I can give back or hear I've heard a lot from you guys also give feedback on different ways to do objections. And that's been super helpful. So now now that I feel really comfortable, like a little bit more than I did in the beginning, now I feel like I can
Making
now I have
progress.
the motivation to like, I was thinking about, actually, this is so funny that you brought this up. I was like actually thinking about texting you and TJ and other people that I can think of. Like I wrote down, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna text them and see if they're willing to role play with me, because I feel comfortable now that I can.
Yes, that's fantastic, Margo. You're making wonderful progress. It's good to see. So, Dana, you said we have a call to listen to?
Yes, from Virginia.
Okay. Let's hear Virginia's call. Thank you for bringing a call to us, Virginia.
She's actually part of the No Excuses. So,
Oh, fantastic.
yeah. Linnell should be pulling that up in any minute.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, Hamad. This is
Hi,
Virginia.
who's this?
This is Virginia with the Home Buyers Network. I was calling about your property on Boynton Avenue. We're real estate investors, and I just want to see
No,
if you
hold on. Wayne Avenue?
on Boynton Avenue.
Oh, Boynton Avenue is sold a long time.
Oh, sold for a long time. Oh no.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I guess I'm a little late then.
Hold on a minute. Are you a realtor?
No, I'm an investor.
You
We're
investor?
looking-
Yeah,
yeah, we're
you want some building?
Are you have other buildings you're looking to sell?
Hold on a minute. You want some building?
Yes.
You want to meet with me?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Do you like to meet with me?
I can have somebody meet with you. I can have a member of my team meet with you if you'd like.
What's your name?
My name's Virginia.
Virginia. Yeah. Let somebody to call me and make appointment for next week.
Okay. I'll do that.
Okay? No
Uh-huh.
problem. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, Virginia, if you want to unmute and give yourself feedback, have you listened to the call before?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I wasn't really sure what to do because how to make an appointment to call him back, or I wasn't, and I didn't. He wanted me to meet with him. He wasn't anywhere near where I am, so I wasn't really sure how to handle that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, one of the ways we handle that, we say that's about step 4 right now. Mr. Seller, we're on step 1. The purpose of this call is to gather information about your property and your situation and see what value we can bring to you.
Mhm.
And then you can start asking questions maybe about the condition of the property. That's a nice one to start with. And then gather all the 4 pillars.
Right.
The
property that I called about, he had already sold.
Yeah. He had other properties for sale. Is that right?
He asked if I wanted to buy other properties. I guess he did. I probably didn't question him enough.
That's okay. Yeah. So you could ask him about the other properties.
Yeah.
The condition. Does he want to
Right.
sell them? Why is he considering selling? So you can certainly follow up with him, but that's a good start. Yeah. Do you have our script?
I do, yes.
Okay. So what other things should we gather when we're on a call?
Condition, timeline, motivation, and price.
That's it. Yeah, that rolled off your tongue really quick. I like that. That's perfect. Yeah. So we try to stay on the phone as quickly as possible. There is a 5th one. Well, it's a kind of a 5th one, and that's is it occupied or is it vacant? So we
Or,
like
and
to
also
keep that.
who's on the deed.
That's important. Yes,
Yeah.
the decision makers. Absolutely. Very good. What's else on the script that do we need to cover?
I'm
Anything
sorry, what'd
else?
you say?
Is there anything else on the script that we need to cover?
Well, if they want full market value, I have to find out if they're open to any kind of creative, like if they're willing to take payments rather than to get it all up front.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. How long have we been in sub 2, Virginia?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
How long have you been in sub 2?
Oh, I've been in sub 2 for a couple of years, but I
Okay.
haven't been making calls for quite a while. I kind of got out of it
Yeah.
for the past year, so I'm just kind of getting back into it.
Yeah. Well, I'm delighted you're here. It'll help you a lot. It's helped me a lot, and
Mhm.
been in the game a long time, but it's still helped me a lot. So keep turning up, keep coming back.
Yeah.
What's the feedback have we got from anybody else?
I mean, I thought it was a short call. I think Virginia did a good job of, asking a little bit further if they had, anything else, but that's always like a good practice. And also I agree with, trying to, if they do have a property for sale or they do if they know anybody else, try to get the info right there. I've been
Right.
seeing a lot of leads that have been sent up where they're like, oh yeah, my daughter or sister or someone else interested in selling. So they submit as interested. So what you guys want to try to do is get the information of the person, of the daughter or whoever they know that's interested, and then call them right away instead of having the follow-up person call, because that will basically be a cold call. So yeah, just wanted to
Yeah.
add.
I have a question about that. If they say my daughter, or even if the number is for the father, not the daughter, and he gives you the daughter's phone number, you call the daughter, and then how do you submit it on that? If they say say the daughter does have a property that she wants to sell, do I say interested? Because the daughter's name will be there, but it's not the daughter's phone number. So how do I put it in the seller's notes that this phone number is not the daughter's, and then fill it out just like it would be, and as I had talked to the daughter in the first place, like the condition and the motivation and everything, and then in the seller's notes say that this isn't the daughter's phone number, that the daughter's phone number is such and such.
Yeah. So you would actually, yes, put it on the seller notes. And then once QA listens to the call, they'll update all the information on the lead card. And we'll put the daughter phone number and the actual address that they're looking to sell. But yeah, you put it on the notes. That's correct. Yep.
Okay. And I also have another question. I had a couple people that didn't speak any English at all. So should I just, I really couldn't even communicate with them that I wanted to transfer them to somebody that spoke Spanish. So I wasn't sure how to handle that. Should I just say, hold on a minute and transfer them, or I don't really know what to do with that.
Yeah, that's kind of the way to go. Just say like 1 second, and then put the Spanish un momento, yeah. Put the Spanish disposition speaker, because it was transferred to Spanish speaker queue, meaning that we have our Spanish speaking callers and then they're on a different queue. So whenever you put the Spanish speaker, it actually sends it over to them.
Is there somebody there right away to take it? Usually,
if they're on a call, they'll put the person on hold. But if they're like waiting for a call, they would just automatically connect the person.
Okay. Also, once when I tried to transfer somebody, I got like I was on hold. It didn't, usually it just turns off and it starts dialing again. But a couple of times I got like music, like I was on hold. So I wasn't really sure so I ended the call, but I really didn't know what to do with that.
Yeah. So Shad, when they listen to the music, I've gotten that questions a couple of times. Does that mean that they also have to hold, or?
I would just hold for like 10 seconds, and then if they're not answering, or you get like a what's it called? Where it says like press 1 for press 2, the party's extension, whatever, then you guys can hang up on that and put really on that you can put damn, we don't have one for that. We don't have like a proper disposition for that. So I don't want to put not available, because then we're just gonna call them back later. We want to put I don't want to put not interested. I guess we could I don't want to make more buttons either. I think not interested would be like the better one, because then we're not calling back. We can't put wrong number because we don't know. It's like a business line. It could be their business line. I would just put that as not interested.
If it's like, yeah, if you get something that says press 1 for such and such, press 2 for such and such, say not
Right.
interested. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that we're not calling back.
Data?
Okay.
Oh, wrong data? Yeah, maybe wrong data could be.
Oh,
Yeah. That's actually good, because yeah, we won't call back wrong data either. So yeah, put wrong data. That's the better one. Yeah.
okay.
Good call, Diana.
Okay, thank
So
you.
those IVRs, those press 1, press 2, all that, and then if it's that music stuff too, we don't just put wrong data. Move on.
Very good. Good questions.
Yeah, that was great.
Does anybody else have any feedback? Any thoughts?
Virginia, I think you did good. You did follow the script very well. You can tell that you were comfortable. You didn't sound too nervous. Just whenever they say that they don't have a property, or whenever they go into, we have other properties. What I would do is that the first thing I would do is go ahead and ask them, okay, what's the address?
Okay.
That way we can keep them on the call for a little bit longer, maybe get a little bit more details, a little bit more information. But you did good. You did good. You sounded comfortable. That's a good thing.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I probably should, well, he asked me to call him back. I'm not sure why. I probably should have just said, well, I only have a couple questions. And not, hung up so quickly. Because he did tell me to call him back at the end. So,
Yeah. So
Yeah,
if they
okay.
ever say that, then definitely call them back. Yeah, because they have said that for a reason.
right.
And the nice thing is with this one, you have got a reason to call back,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so definitely do that, and then bring the call to us again. And what would you say, Virginia, is the most important, or anybody, in fact, the most important pillar to talk about?
Motivation.
Very good. Yeah, you know it. You've got it, Virginia. That's great.
The problem is sometimes getting it, because, that's my my hardest part is, trying to get the real motivation that they're, because people tend to like brush it off
They do.
and they say,
You're right. I think every time a seller will give you a surface level, and so it's always good to ask another question. So, if I say to you, if I'm the seller and I say, yeah, I want my price, so I can move. What would you reply to that?
well, why is it that you want to move, or how quickly do you want to move?
Yeah.
Where do you want to go?
Mhm. Yeah, and try and dig in and see what they say. Certainly, So, why you want to move? Well, I just need a bigger house. What would you say to that?
A bigger house?
Yeah. Very good. Yeah, actually, good. And that was a perfect response. Yeah, because you mirrored me, right?
Yeah.
With a question mark, and that's a very good technique in
So-
finding out. Yeah.
Then I'd probably say something like, well, what would happen if you don't sell this house? Is this, is this totally unsuitable for you, or, could you make do with this house?
Yeah. Usually I don't like that one too much because you get the standard reply on that one. You say, I'll just stay here, and you
Yeah.
don't do nothing more, So any other suggestions for anybody?
How big a house would you want to move into?
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah. Because the underlying motive it's not in my case, I'm too old, but you might be talking to a seller who's having a baby, right? And they need a bigger house, right?
What is it that makes you want a bigger house?
Yes, something like that. Maybe they want to move the school district. You want to find out what their motivation is. Yeah. Very good.
Awesome. We have another call that we're going to calibrate.
Yep, we do.
All right.
All right. Jose B, actually, he's been requesting a lot of calls, so we'll do Jose tonight.
Let's go, Jose B.
Thank you.
All right. Hi, brother.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, Elijah.
Who is this?
This is Jose from the Home Buyers Network. Just calling about your property at.
Are you an investor?
I'm not an investor, sir. I do work with some investors. I work also with loan officers that can help you with the situation to stop foreclosure. And just wanted to see where are you in the process and if you want to keep the property or if you want to sell it.
Right. It's for sale.
It's
I
for
cannot
sale.
keep it. I cannot get the modification.
Okay.
I'm far behind on the mortgage. I have too much money, so I have to sell.
You have to sell
What?
it. Okay. What is the price you want to sell it for?
It's listed 475.9, 474.9.
474.9. Okay. Okay. Do you have offers already on the table?
Yes, but not real offers. Several suspect, prospect, and offers. Some counter, some offer, some counter offer. But we have not get a solid offer yet that I would accept.
Okay. How soon is the auction?
Which auction? There's no auction on.
I mean,
There's no auction on. There's no action on.
yeah, but how soon
There's
do you
not
want
an
to sell
active
it?
auction. Right now, if the price is right, good. If the price is right,
Okay. Okay. But I mean, I get that you want to sell it for the right price.
that's what I'm saying. The price is right.
Of course.
Same
Of course.
thing.
I understand that. But what is your ideal timeline to sell this?
No, today, tomorrow.
Okay.
Today,
As soon as
tomorrow.
possible. Okay.
Yeah. When you say timeline, there's no timeline to sell. I need a buyer. A buyer that
You
is
need the buyer as
competent,
soon as possible.
that is competent and come close to my numbers.
Okay.
Or
Okay.
pay the full price, or close to the asking price. That's real estate. You pay the full price, or close to the asking price.
Perfect. So, can I ask you, how much are you behind on the payments? And how much do you owe for the property? Because maybe we could come up with an offer that can meet your price if we can solve the foreclosure situation before it comes to action. You see what I'm saying? We
The only
want to
thing I
provide a
need
whole
right
solution
now
for you.
is a competent buyer, a buyer that can pay. I tell you again, I'm going to repeat it. I'm not going to say long on the same thing because I told you already. I'm saying I need a buyer that can pay the full price or close to the asking price.
Of course, I understand that. And I'm not trying to negotiate your price, please. Don't get me wrong, but I need to gather as much information as possible to get you that buyer as soon as possible also.
The only thing they can do is come as close to the asking price or give me full price. There's no up or down.
Yeah.
Am I playing?
Yeah, I understand completely. And again, I'm not negotiating your price.
Yeah, but you're asking me the same question over and over. There's not a different answer. If a person can give me the full price or close to the asking price,
Yes, sir. But please understand what I'm trying to say you. I need to gather information so we can provide an educated offer. Okay, we can do the number, but it depends on what is the back end on the mortgage and how much are you owing for the property.
that has nothing to do with a buyer. When a buyer come and
Uh-huh.
inspect the property, they make an offer to what they think it's worth or what they can afford. There's nothing to do how much I owe. How much I owe has nothing to do with a buyer. Nothing. I'm a realtor. Let me tell you right now, I'm a
Okay.
realtor. It has
Perfect.
nothing to do with a buyer. Nothing to do with a buyer.
So just
Nothing.
okay. So you are the realtor and the owner at the same time.
I am the owner. I am in with realtor. I have a
Okay.
broker. I have a co-agent because I work, otherwise I don't have the time.
Perfect.
So I have full talk on the whole property, the whole process. I have a complete talk. As long as somebody's competent, you find a competent buyer who can pay full price or who can pay close to the asking price. That's it. And the only way you can do that is to come and inspect the property.
Of course.
Make an
That's
appointment,
for
come and
sure.
inspect the property.
For sure, for sure. We want to schedule an appointment to see the property. But I mean, as
Oh,
you are
hold
an
on a minute, hold
agent,
on a minute, hold on a minute. We're going over the same thing over and over.
man, can I tell you what is our strategy here? To stop foreclosure and buy your property at your asking price?
Let me talk to you another time.
Sir,
That's it.
All right, very good. What did you think, Jose?
Wow.
Man, yeah, it was a hard one. I mean, it cringes me to hear it because when I hear it now, I could go different routes, and I was trying to push on something he didn't want to tell me. I could, Jose G told me a good one. What would happen to the property if it didn't sell in the market? That would be a good question to ask. But the guy was very defensive, very red. Was difficult, like, to handle him. But
I may have missed it, but did you ask the date of the auction?
Yes.
yes, at the beginning, but he didn't wanted to tell me.
Okay. Yeah, that would have been very interesting. It was unfortunate that you discovered he was a realtor towards the end of the call. Yeah. Well, does anyone else have any feedback?
You can tell he was desperate to sell, but he didn't want to give you the information of the auction. Maybe and didn't want to say maybe so we would, kind of, you know, negotiate with the price because he obviously he wanted the full price, the full asking price. But if he told you when the auction date was, then you know that he's a little vulnerable. So that's probably why he didn't want to give you the auction date. But you did a good job. I mean, he didn't want to give too much information. It was tough call. You did good.
Thanks, Jose. Actually, I was trying to, I didn't want to pitch terms right off the gate, but when he said he was a realtor, I was just about to say, hey, but what if we do a subject to or what? But I thought, no, man, maybe I could get flagged if I do this. So I thought maybe, and the guy was very defensive, so was difficult.
Well,
But thank you for the feedback.
yeah, the trouble with a lot of realtors is they have ego, and his ego has been bruised. I think even if you asked him at the beginning of the call, if you'd listed it or tried to unveil that it was a realtor, he probably would have hidden it. He felt embarrassed. Most people do in that situation. So some way we've got to get the tone. It's more on the tone than the words and the questions. He certainly matched his energy level at the beginning. somehow we've got to get him to talk, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was very low. My volume was very low on the microphone. Then it got a little higher. I think I corrected it on the way.
Mm.
But yeah,
Did you look it up and find out after the call when the auction is?
with this one happened something that I clicked it for mistake at this position and I lost the lead. So then I told LB, hey, I remember this for this call. His name was Elia. I don't remember the number. I think I had the link on Zillow. So that specific lead, I remember I didn't get the notes that I was taking because I lost it when I click it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it was a mistake. But yeah, I'm glad that it was found. But yeah, in Zillow, it was on the market. It said pre-foreclosure or something, but I couldn't see the action there for what I remember.
So we need to do a bit of homework there, and we can follow up certainly.
Yeah, definitely. That would be a good lead to follow up.
Diana, you had some feedback?
Yeah, I do. So yeah, so at first, the intro, it sounded a little bit off. I think your voice, and you pointed that out yourself. It sounded like a little bit broken, as if you were going to cry or something like that. So, I mean, practice the script. Again, test your audio before, starting up the calls, and make sure you sound confident coming in. You didn't sound very confident because you kept pausing, waiting for like the seller to acknowledge. So just go straight forward with the introduction and say who you are, who you're calling, and what you're calling about, and then take the conversation from there. Always pull up Zillow, right? If it's already listed there, you know that the conversation is going to switch. The price is already there, timeline is already there. There's a lot of things, maybe conditions. Sometimes it has photos, right? So always pull up Zillow as soon as you get the lead, right? And if they say yes, because then you can pivot to, hey, I see it's listed. You even sound more knowledgeable, especially that he ended up being a realtor too, quote unquote. Also, you guys kept going around circles on the timeline and the arrears, especially on a cold call. If they're not willing to give you information, move on to the next one, right? You don't have to get that information. Like you were pressing on it too hard. You can leave that for the property specialist to get. Just note that he said he was in pre-foreclosure, or that the lead is in pre-foreclosure, and move on. And also on the timeline, if they don't provide you a concrete timeline, like he said, like 6 months, 3 months, like tomorrow, go back to the motivation, right? To make sure that, to see if he's actually serious about selling, which it did sound like at first. Not every seller says I need to sell, right? And he did. So I would just circle back to the motivation to kind of gauge if it's serious. Asking questions that are too direct on the call too, like what are your payments? How much are you behind? Like those are things that we usually don't even ask on a cold call. So I would just move on, right? Especially if you already asked now that you were there. But if they don't provide it, again, it's not necessary on the first call. Ask one question at a time. You ask like 3 questions in one, and that's not good. Just ask one question and, make sure it's open-ended questions so you get the most out of them, and move on. At the end, he kept mentioning price, right? Price. A great follow-up question, which is already on the script, is, besides getting the right price, what would be another reason you would consider selling, right? Yeah, so another feedback from the host: the seller hung up because he felt you weren't listening. That's true, right? Like that's why you guys you pressed so hard on getting one question that you missed to actually just, acknowledge him. All right, and then, okay. Yeah, she posted on the chat. I think I don't read that fast, but yeah, I mean, Jose, really, it really comes down to practice in the script, right? Asking the questions exactly how they are there, and moving on, right? I understand that, you know, you feel like, you know, you have further knowledge and stuff like that, but it's good to adapt and learn how to just ask questions and move on. Then later down the road, you can work on those skills of asking those type of questions, which take a different skill to do, right? But that's it. Good job on the call, though.
Thank you, Diana.
Yeah, and
Great
it
feedback.
reminds me, yeah, Jose, it reminds me a lot of what Jeff Smith teaches. Think of it like him like going to the doctor. You know, the doctor's going to use more. He's not going to use all his medical knowledge and come out with words that he doesn't understand. He's going to be empathetic because the patient is suffering and they need. And when you're talking to someone who is facing foreclosure, even though he's a realtor, you want to be heavy on the empathy, heavy on understanding what he's going through emotionally. All right, because he knows all the technique. In fact, the timeline thing, we know the timeline. He's got the chopping block coming, right? I mean, we don't know the specific date, but asking the timeline, it's just like saying the doctor's saying, "Oh, does that hurt?" You know, when you got a broken arm, does that hurt? You know, it's irrelevant. It's not hitting the mark. You know, and so I think heavy on the empathy. I said, let him know he's got to feel. You've got to deliver in such a way that he feels you are on his side and that you are the best hope he has. Yeah, so that's really where it's at.
Thank you for this feedback. I really needed feedback on that call because I was very confused. I mean, I didn't know how to handle that red seller. And this was very, and what Diana said and you said about, you know, sometimes I think I know more, but I'm seeing the advantage of staying to the script and not trying to ask advanced questions about the mortgage. Because with this guy, it didn't work. The guy just deflected me, blah, blah, blah. No, don't, price, you know. So I should went to the route of, hey, like acknowledging him and going more on the motivation. Like, okay, but I mean, what happens if you don't sell? I don't understand why I didn't ask that question. That was the best question to ask. Okay, so if you don't sell it, what happens? But the guy was, you know, very, very red. Thank you, Graham.
That's all right.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah, sometimes that sort of thing on the motivation. The motivation is he doesn't want to be faced foreclosure. So you could tell a story, you know, tell a story of a success, give him hope, you know, give him a reason to be talking to you. Yeah.
I like that. A third party story. Yeah. Good stuff. Thank you.
We'll do the next call from Jose G.
Hello?
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 Hello, hi, how you doing?
Hello?
Hi, how you doing? It's
I'm
Jose.
good. Jose?
Yes, I'm with Home Buyers Network.
Yes, that is.
We're real estate investors and just wanted to see if you consider selling.
To be honest with you, it's I don't have much time. He's going to foreclosure. He's going to auction next month.
I think we can probably help you stop the foreclosure. Let me go ahead and get some information. Do you have any information with you? Like how much are your arrears?
I mean, I don't think I'm interested in doing that. It's already too late, you know what I mean? I don't have this kind of money to stop the foreclosure.
No, but we do.
Honest with you.
We can help you. We can actually help you stop. We can stop the foreclosure if you're interested in selling.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, how were you planning on stopping the foreclosure?
Well, we get in touch with the lenders to see if we can actually, since we are going to purchase a property, see if we can come up with the money that you're behind, like your arrears. How many months are you behind?
A total of they sent me a reinstatement figure. I think it was what is it? 8,100.
That's just what you owe?
That's all I owe. 8,100. That's to get it. That's to get it current as of
to get it current?
the end of this month.
Okay.
Yeah, to bring it current as of this month. So if after the 29 is good for the 29 of this month. After the 29, it will be another $800 some dollars.
Okay, so that will be 16,000. Okay, so let me go ahead and put that.
No,
So those are your
sorry.
arrears.
No, I mean 8,000, sir. I mean 8,000. That would be 9,000. After the 29, that would be 9,000.
Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be another 8,000 on top of the 8,000.
No. That would be just another 800. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, bear with me. Okay, and how much is the payoff amount? The whole payoff amount?
I'll have to take a look at it, but I think it was like 55 to 60K. I think it was 50 to 55K, something like that.
55 to 65K?
No, 50 to 55K.
Oh, 50 to 55. Okay, perfect. Okay. Okay, and who is your lender? Do you know who your lender is?
PHH.
PHH?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let me see. And when is the auction date?
The 5th of March. March 5th.
March 5th?
Yeah.
So that's only in about a week from now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know,
Okay.
I don't think it's. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
I thought it was.
next month.
Yeah, I know. I thought it maybe if you had about 2 weeks, you know, it looks like you do have about 2 weeks until the 5th. Let me. I'll give this information over to our property specialist. See if we can do something with it. You know, they're still gonna call you back. If we can't, we'll let you know we can't. If not, you know, we'll still let you know that we can't do nothing. Okay.
All right. Bye-bye. Yeah.
Okay. Now, hello.
Yes, I'm here.
Hello? Okay. Okay. Now, is anyone living in the property right now?
No.
Okay. Okay. And let me see. Bear with me. How much do you owe? That's how much you owe. Let's say that we do close quickly and slowly. What is your time frame like on closing? As quickly as possible?
Me? Yeah, I mean, like, to be honest with you, if you can stop the foreclosure, yeah, I'll be willing to sell it to you. But I don't think that's possible.
Okay.
Because I don't think you'll be able to close before. I don't think, you know, if you have a title company that can do that, then yeah.
Yeah, we do work. Yeah, we do work with title companies. Now, let's see. Are you the only person that we need to talk to? Is there anybody else involved? Are you the only decision maker, like on the deed?
That's me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, so it's I have the wrong name here. It says John and Linda. That's not correct, right?
No, that's not correct.
Okay, let me have your first name.
Samora, Samorah.
Samorah.
Yeah.
Last name?
Joseph, Joseph.
That's not your property, right? 107 East Stacy Road?
That is my property.
This is your property. Okay. Just the name down there was wrong for some reason. Okay, perfect. So I did go ahead and fix that. So this is the best number to reach you. Okay, so I'll hand it over to my property specialist. I'll tell them to, you know, to give you a call, see if we can do something with this property. If not, they'll let you know as well. Okay.
All right, so thanks. Bye-bye.
All right.
All right. Jose, what's your feedback? Jose? Oh, you're muted.
I'm sorry, I'm nervous now. Y'all got me nervous. um, well, I try to get as much information out of them, which like you said, I probably shouldn't have asked them too many questions about the foreclosure. I should have just went with the script, or or I don't know if that's what I should have done, really. But I did try to get as much information out of them as I could.
Yeah, I'd say too much too. All right. Who got feedback for Jose?
I mean, I thought like it seemed like it's a little bit different as far as the foreclosure because he was actually really urgent. He actually needed a urgent solution. So it seemed like Jose was knowledgeable of the questions he was asking, like who was the lender, how much he owes, how much he was behind on, what was the auction date. That was like, oh, the auction date is next week. So I thought what I personally thought was that he was asking good questions. Sounds like he knew, like he'd done that before. So I don't know, kind of confused now.
So the feedback I'll give on this is we want to always be careful about telling people, you know, we're here making relationships and we're dealing with people's lives. So we want to be careful about what we promise them and what we tell them we can do. You know, right away, Jose, you said, hey, I think we can help you. I'm pretty sure we can help you, you know, but we don't, the thing is, maybe we can, but we just don't know enough yet. So we have to just chill a little bit and gather some information and let him, he's already said, I don't think you can help me. Let him lead that a little bit, you know, dig into that. Why is it that you don't think that we could help you? He might have come out and said, yeah, the auction date's March 5th. And you would be like, oh, yeah, okay, that is pretty soon, you know, and that might have crafted it and might have made it so you didn't ask so many questions necessarily, you know, until you kind of figure out if you really can help this person. So we don't assume, you know, again, with that doctor's office approach, we got to diagnose the problem first. So just because somebody's in foreclosure, there's a million different flavors and varieties of foreclosure. People may want to stay in the house, they may not be in the house, they may not want to stay in the house, or, you know, whatever. So we got to kind of start diagnosing that before we just get into, yeah, we can help you. Because you know, we may not be able to. And then it also gets people's hopes up, and that we want to avoid that. So that's my feedback on that call.
Well, I know we're not supposed to promise anything. So I think I told him we might be able to help him with that. I really wasn't trying to promise anything. That's why I told him we might be able to help you. He's like, how? And I told him that we might be able to stop it by talking to the lender, see how much we can pay off, you know. But you know, that's like you said, like Diana said, it might have been too much information. I should have just kept it simple.
And you're 100% right. I think I put those words, I said promise, and you didn't promise him explicitly, but maybe what I'm talking about is an implicit promise.
Yeah.
Because it was, I'm pretty sure we can help you. If somebody hears that, I'm gonna feel like you could probably help me, or you think you could help me. And you're not, I'm not saying it's just it's not a critique on you. You know, I know you want to help him, and you're trying to do the best job you can for him and us and everybody. So I want to make sure that's clear. That's one thing that stuck out about the call. You know, we need to make sure we're still being professional and gathering that information before we kind of go out on a limb like that. And you're absolutely right. You didn't explicitly promise him anything, brother. You're right. Thank you.
I'll chime in right here. So yeah, great point, Cody. And Jose, good job not promising it, but I'm planning. But here, if you read my notes, what you want to do is take it off of him, and we can help you stop the foreclosure. Because Cody's right. I don't know that we can do that. I don't know. Like every case is there. Some of these houses, especially in like California, they're way too far gone. I mean, I know people that have been squatting for 10 years in California. It's ridiculous. We're not going to be able to help people like that. This guy, $8,000. I mean, I don't know. I got to look at the house. We got to see the value. We got to see what it is. But there's multiple ways we can help people like this, just for your guys' education. One, Jose, great job. We call the bank and we tell them, hey, we're buying the house, so stop the foreclosure. You don't have to do that. You're gonna get your money. And then they're not risking what's happening at the auction and all that. Even if we can't help them, we had Nahid Alipur here a couple, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, something like that. She specializes in stopping foreclosures, short sales, and all that good stuff. So we're gonna have her back soon to talk about short sales because we're working on one right now. She's working on a short sale right now for us. Anyway, instead of promising we can stop your foreclosure, or I think we can, even saying I think we can help you, say, yeah, we stop foreclosures all the time. That's different than saying I can stop your foreclosure, right? We stop foreclosures all the time. We help people, we help families out of situations like this all the time. That's quite different than oh, don't worry about it. We got you. We'll take care of this. Because then, to Cody's point, we're getting their hopes up, and if we're unable to help them out, then it's setting false expectations.
Yeah. Well, I thought I was in a hot lead because I think he was asking only, I have it written down right here. I think he was only asking like 300K. It was estimated at 415, and his payoff amount was 52,000. Rears were 8,000. So he said if he didn't pay until after before the 29th, it'll go up another 1,000.
Yeah, who
There
sent
were
me
a
that?
few things as well, Jose, that I would have liked you to ask. I was a little bit confused of whether he's still living in the house or not. It seemed like he wasn't living in the house. Is that right?
I don't think I think he was living in the house.
Okay. I would have liked you to ask if he's living in the house, what got you in this situation? Did you lose a job, or,
Yeah.
find out what led to this situation. That will reveal a lot of the story, and also get him talking. Because it seemed that he would talk about that, his personality type, but it's worth finding that out. It's one of the loose threads.
There it is. There's a loose thread. And yeah, don't feel too bad about it, Jose. This is $150,000 house.
Yeah, I was saying the wrong one. Yeah, it was the wrong one. That was another one that I had.
No problem. Is Ali here? QA, when was this lead from? Today?
No, it's from Friday.
22nd.
Friday.
All right, QA, did this lead get marked as hot? Is Ali here or not? Ali's here. Ali, have you got this lead already?
Because I think the Zillow on this one
What's
was, I
the
think it was
name?
like 200 and something. It was Sampras, Campras, last name Joseph.
No.
All right, where's my QA at?
Unfortunately, Shad, it was not tagged as hot.
Okay, so it wasn't tagged as hot. How many QA people do we have in the room right now? Is Vaughn here? Vaughn, are you here? Okay, so this is the definition of hot lead, guys. So this goes to George. Vaughn, can you check and see if this lead was pushed and where it got pushed? Because it's in it's Colleen. So this is George's lead. This goes to Allie.
Oh, is it Harker Heights? Okay,
Yeah.
it was called today. But it's been called a lot. But no pickup. But it has been triple dialed 4 times.
When did you?
It was received February
When did-
23rd.
Okay, all right, cool. So
Yeah.
they got it quickly. But guys, QA, you wanna tag these as hot cold callers. That's a hot lead. right? Foreclosure leads or hot leads. Why? Because there's urgency. We don't have much time to move on them. Okay, we gotta get, and 6 million people are calling this guy. 6 million. That's no exaggeration. This guy's getting 6 million calls a day. Okay, like we called him 12 times in short order, or so 15 calls in short order. Right there. There it is. There's acquisition saying we called him 15 of the 6 million. And that's on top of the cold call team calling them. And then there's probably about, I don't know how many thousand other people calling and texting this guy every day about this property. So time is of the essence, and you guys have to train your brain on what's hot. And this is foreclosure leads, as a rule of thumb, they're hot. You need to mark those as hot, and then QA. You guys need to prioritize those. Jose B, where are you at, buddy? There you go. This is a hot lead. This is a hot lead.
I have another one.
Great. Did you mark it as hot, Jose? The other Jose?
You said me?
Jose G.
Oh.
Not G.
No.
Jose G, you said you had another one, right?
Yeah, I do have another one.
So
I didn't mark it as hot.
You got to mark these as hot, like in all caps. You guys put in hot. Also, I've been looking at a lot of you guys. So we're gonna be. Let me show you guys something here.
It's also worth bearing in mind when he has picked up, he doesn't believe he can be saved. So it's important to at least address that. That's what he said on that call, wasn't it, Jose? He didn't believe it could be done.
Well, that might be because of the value. He's got a $150,000 house that, from what I can tell, doesn't look so hot. It looks pretty dang bad. Guys, right here, when you leave your notes in here, this information does not carry over to the CRM. I need you guys to put your notes. You can leave your notes here. You can type out everything you want here, no problem. When you're done typing at the end of the call, you need to copy
Seller's notes.
and then you need to put it over here. That's right. Exactly. You guys need to put it right here. Okay. I'm not seeing it. You guys are not filling out the motivation, timeline, condition, asking price. These 5 fields, this 4 plus this 1 has to be filled out. Occupancy. You need to fill this out too. You guys need to work. We didn't make these for fun, guys. We made this to make QA's job easier and streamline things faster. Bedroom, bathroom count. These are bonus points. I don't know what's going on here with the 4 million rooms, but you can get rid of all that, delete all that, and then put the proper number of bedroom, bathroom right here. Okay. Use this right here. And I highly recommend to everybody, whether you're new or you've been doing this for a long time with us, you guys need to get really comfortable with typing while you're working. Okay. Do not wait until you're done with your call to leave your notes. You're shooting yourself on the foot. You're leaving money on the table because you get paid for like 23 seconds, 25 seconds, something like that. 23 seconds, I think it is, after a call. After that, you're on break. We're not paying you to sit there and like try to recall and think about, like, what did that guy say? Let me get good at typing while you're talking. Like you should be so good at your job that you ask a question and then you guys are quiet. You're listening. While you're listening, you're typing. If you're not good at that, get good at that. Get good at it. You're gonna need that skill. If you're gonna do this job, you're gonna do lead manager job, acquisitions. You guys have to develop that skill. All right. When I started at GoDaddy, I used to pick and peck. You guys familiar with pick and peck? You don't know what the keyboard is, so you're looking and you're using one finger on each hand and you're like picking and pecking at the keyboard. Okay. After like 6 months, 8 months of working there, and I realized they gave us 16 seconds after every call, and then we would go not ready and be on break. And then they would write us up if you didn't have 85% utilization. If you got written up a few times, then you're fired. So then I learned pretty quickly, okay, I can use all 4 of my fingers on both hands, find home row, and learn how to start typing like a pro on the keyboard. They have all kinds of programs out there that you guys can practice on. Those notes are really important. asking your questions, and then while they're talking to you, listening, and then leaving your notes as they're talking. Super valuable skill to learn. Typing is, I mean, guys, computers aren't known anywhere. Everybody should learn how to type efficiently and effectively. So, but I'm seeing a lot of leads come in, and I look at cold call notes, and it's like nothing. Like literally, it's like blank. And then I look at the coaching opportunities from QA, and they're like, yeah, there's like nothing in there. So we got to help our QA team out, help yourself out, and make sure you guys are on top of that, please.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
If we have a hot lead, we're supposed to disposition it as interested and then put hot in the seller notes in capital letters.
Yeah,
Okay.
very first thing, hot lead, caps, that'll get QA's attention. Oh, hot lead, because they're going to look for it, right? We also have a chat for a lot of the team members. I don't know, Diana, I don't think we're not doing that. Are you guys doing that are you in sub 2, Virginia?
Not with the no excuses, no.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
If you just leave that hot lead thing, they'll see it. QA sees that, and then they're going to prioritize that so we can get it QA'd and get it rolled out faster. Yeah, great question. Cool. Anybody got questions about the typing or about any of that?
No questions. All right.
Okay. All right. Well, that was a good lead. Good stuff, Jose. One quick tip that I'll give you, I put it in my chat thing in there. Don't ask for decision maker. Ask if there's anybody else we need to involve into the conversation. Right, we want to be respectful of anybody else that might have a say in this matter of selling the house. Is there anybody else we should bring into the combo? Because if you say decision maker, it can be challenging. So especially to a guy, I feel like we're challenging like who's wearing the pants around there.
Yeah, I have been working on all that stuff too.
Okay, good stuff. And then
Chad,
yeah.
Sorry, I have a question. That foreclosure lead that I didn't handle too well, was that a hot lead or because of the urgency? He said, I need to sell.
All foreclosure leads are hot. I don't care what they say. If you talk to the foreclosure lead and you get information, that is a hot lead automatically because it's a foreclosure. It's not up to them. You know, I'll sell if I feel like if I get the right price. Dude, you're delusional. It's not up to you anymore, dude. You needed to pay your mortgage. Right? If you paid your mortgage, then you get to determine how much you sell your house for. Now that you're not paying, now who gets to pick how much you sell your house for? The bank. Yeah. It's not your decision anymore. It's out of your hands.
Gotcha. Thank you, Sean.
Like if this guy doesn't sell and it goes to here's what will happen with this house, and we'll have Nahid here soon, and you guys can ask all your foreclosure questions and all that stuff. So get them geared up because she'll be here in the next week or two, hopefully here. If nobody buys this house, because it looked online from the pictures, it didn't look so hot. It's about $150,000 ARV house. If he owes 50 plus arrears, plus it needs work and all that, I could see why nobody's buying this house. What will happen is this will go to the courthouse, and then if nobody buys it there, then what will happen after that is it could go up for a short sale. It'll be an REO, and then they're going to sell that house for less than what their loan is worth on it. So what Nahid specializes in is she'll come in, and then she'll go and give the bank a lowball offer. And if they want to move that property bad enough, they'll accept a lowball offer. And it has nothing to do with this guy. It's not his decision. It's the bank's decision. He doesn't own the house anymore. He already lost the house. It's not his decision anymore. The only way he can salvage his house is pay that $8,000 and bring it current.
Got it. There was another foreclosure lead just before we go. He said that he thinks that he have it handled, but he's not sure. Like he was waiting for some paperwork. He was waiting. It was a Spanish speaking lead.
Still a hot. Gotta send it up and follow up with that guy. A lot of people think they have it under control. They don't have it under control. Payment, what did you get an increase at your job? Did you get a new roommate? Money or whatever. You didn't fix the problem. You just put a patch over it. Right? To fix the problem, you need to make more money. Unless something else happened, like, oh, we had an emergency and we had to pay that, so we got that taken care of. Now we've like caught up to if that's not the story, then the whatever the problem was that led to them falling behind on their mortgage is, if they didn't fix the financial aspect of it, then they're going to fall right back into default at some point. So send those up to acquisitions and send those up as hot leads. The foreclosure ones. Those are the good ones. That's the cherry. That's for those. Cool. All right. I'll hand it back over to Cody and Graham.
Oh, I think Becca, you had a question.
I think Shad answered the question. So let me.
Okay, very good. I wanted just to check on that. Yeah.
Well, think of a new question, Bagu. You can't just get off the hook like that.
Well, what I was thinking is, I want to tell you what I'm thinking and seeing if it's correct, first of all.
You don't have to think of another question. I was just playing. It's okay.
You made me think of something. No, I just want to read because I've had, when I've been on the call, I've seen foreclosures, and I'll call them, and then they'll in the middle of my intro, they'll hang up on me, or the next ones, even though those ones I should still type in hot lead, even though it says, and they just are not responding to the phone calls. They hang up.
No, on those ones, what I would recommend is you like call them back and just say, hey, I believe we got disconnected, and then try to get them. But no, if they hang up, then that's not a lead that we generated yet. So you can mark that as like not available, because then we need to text them or door knock them. These are very stubborn people. A lot of times these are stubborn people. So,
okay. So I should, instead of going to the next call, I just want to make sure I understand. I should redial it at least 2 more times.
Yeah, you guys can, let me show you guys. Oops. Okay, when you're on the dialer and you're calling and then they hang up, you can just click on this little you click on this right here, and it'll call. So it says click once to dial. If you just click on phone number right here, it'll dial that number for you. And then you call them back, because those are the hottest and best leads, guys, the foreclosure ones. I'm actually thinking right now of creating like a task force and taking our foreclosure leads and then putting them onto the CRM, so we can double, triple, quadruple dial those and hammer the hell out of those. I know Jose Blanco is dying to do that. He loves having these combos of these type of people. So the juice is worth the squeeze on those, and we're getting like fresh county data and records. So we're beating a lot of our competitors to the punch on a lot of these. I don't know why this other one is almost an auction, but whatever. But those are really good leads, and we really need to talk to those people, because it goes one of 3 ways. And this is the other thing. So I'm trying to work more with Nahid, and then I want to work with Graham because it's going to go one of three ways. We either stop the foreclosure and then we wholesale the deal. We go to short sale, and if they're that stubborn and it goes to auction, then we can do the excess funds recovery that Graham does. So there's three different outlets that we can monetize that thing, those leads. So we really got to get a hold of these people.
Gotcha. Okay.
So we're going to talk about that as a team and figure out what to do with that. We'll let you guys know.
Good question, Bagu. And do bear in mind as well, we want these people to want our help. Sometimes people don't want your help, so, and they will push you away. So we have to connect with them. It's worth tagging maybe a team member if you haven't succeeded, then get them to try, and they'll do the same for you, because some people connect with people and some people don't, right? There's that chemistry. So we don't have to waste the leads just because we can't. This is a team sport. So pass the ball, right? Like in football, right? Pass the ball to your teammate, yeah? Score a goal and we all win, yeah? So do bear that in mind. And please keep up the doctor analogy, a bit like if you don't get away with the doctor, you're not going to go back to them, right? You decided not to go to that particular doctor because he didn't listen, right? He just prescribed you drugs and you didn't need that, right? You want somebody who's be human on these calls. Yeah, very important.
Yeah, Graham, on that note, I mean, maybe another cold caller could have a better result with that guy I spoke with.
Yeah.
I love when you say, does it hurt?
Yes, maybe so. Yeah. But another foreclosure where he would have been just right. I mean, here's the truth, really. This is the bottom line. You can't say the wrong thing to the right guy. You just can't. You could A, B, C, D, E, and he said, "What do I sign?" It can be like that. Yeah, because they've woken up. Most of these guys who are in foreclosure are burying their head in the sand. They're trying to avoid it. They're on the train tracks and they can't get off. So
Yeah, like a denial. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you all for coming. I see the same faces. This is fantastic. You're on the road to success. Good job. And it's really encouraging to see the growth and how we learn and the interaction. Thank you all for contributing, in Virginia tonight, for coming and bringing your calls and getting on the dialogue. That's fantastic. Let's make tomorrow even better, right? Have some great calls and help some people who are in trouble, because we're going after the people who need our help. Bear that in mind. They need us. And if we have that, I think we'll go a long way. So thanks all for coming, and we'll see you tomorrow. All right.
Thank
Good
you
night,
so
everyone.
much.